Much obliged, sir.
Number 4 on the list, your worships. Donald Hopwood. Application for legal aid.
You completed this application form? Are these details correct?
Yes.
Miss Castleton, I see your firm's next on the list. Will you take this one?
Don't I get to have a choice then?
Show him the list of solicitors who'll do legal aid work.
She's dishy for a solicitor.
A little more respect, Hopwood.
Dishy's very respectful in my book. I'll stick. No lists. Give me to the lady.
Miss Castleton.
As I have no idea what the case is about, I can hardly commit my firm. I must examine the charges and interview the prisoner.
I trust you'll do that much without a written guarantee.
That was quite uncalled for. I was exercising my professional right to choose who I act for.
Hopwood, you'll be remanded for 2 weeks on bail. Same sureties and your own reconnaissance.
I've had my orders. Now you've got yours. I want a queue outside each cell door. I want you bringing them in here, one on each arm, every hour. I want the drug users. But even more, I want the pushers. All to myself. I don't suppose that any of you lot want to go back to standing in shop doorways on cold nights. So act like it. I want results. And gentlemen, let's not be too squeamish.
I'm not prepared to put up with this any longer. Litigation is disrupting the work of the entire office. Now, when my daughter gets back from court, Mr. Bulmer, instruct her in the firmest possible terms to wait until I arrive.
And he is our first lead in the drugs inquiry. I am proceeding to determine the exact nature of his involvement. I'll mark that private and confidential. Make sure it's on the Chief Constable's desk before he leaves the office tonight.
Oh, hello, Father.
Didn't you get my message?
I'm sorry, Father, but I had to be in 2 courts at once this afternoon. Only the client seems to suffer if you're late in court.
That's exactly what I want to talk to you about.
Not now, Father, please. I've already kept my next appointment waiting half an hour. What about your train?
I will not be treated like a stable boy in my own office. You're an assistant solicitor to the firm of Castleton and Maine. You're not yet a partner.
Not yet, but I won't be waiting much longer.
Now, look,
Yes?
Your 5 o'clock appointment is still waiting, Miss Castleton.
Well, give me 2 minutes, then show him in. My father's leaving for London.
look, that's another thing.
We'll talk on Monday, Father. When you get back from London. Quiet and peaceful at home. And there'll be no telephones. Now, I promise.
Margaret,
There's one thing I've always wanted to know.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Do sit down, Mr. Hopwood.
How can you defend a man you know is guilty?
Oh, it doesn't arise.
Oh, you've never lost a case.
No. No, it doesn't concern us. It's a matter of words. The offence you're charged with is written down. Each word has a precise legal meaning. We take the facts, compare them with the definition, and if they fit, you're guilty.
And that's how much you care.
You're talking about moral guilt.
Am I? What about a man who's innocent?
Let's see, shall we?
You've got very good legs.
What's your name?
Did you hear me?
This is the first conference on your defence, not an anatomy lesson. What is your full name?
Donald Gordon Hopwood. Good, solid British names.
Occupation?
How about self-employed?
Self-employed what?
Gentleman?
I know what you're charged with. I'd like to know who I'm defending.
Honesty. I can see there's nothing for it but honesty. I'm a professional laybound. What, do you want me to lie? Tell you a fairy story? That'll dissolve into brutal truth when you stand up in court for me?
No, of course not.
I don't tell lies. I've better things to do. Lies make misery. I'm hoping to do some more postgraduate work.
You're charged with being in possession of dangerous drugs.
How do I prove it's not true?
Is it true, I mean?
I don't tell lies.
That makes you innocent.
Now, there's faith for you.
You're innocent until someone proves you guilty.
You have an attractive way with words, Miss Castleton. You appeal to me.
The law on this is very simple. If drugs are found in your possession, and there's no lawful reason why they are, you commit an offense. Mere possession. Now, what happened?
The fuzz came to my flat a week ago. Searched it, looked everywhere. Took samples of ash. Said something about analysis. Wyatt Earp came up to me with this brown piece of sort of stone in his hand. Said he'd found it in my coat pocket. Said it was cannabis. It's ridiculous. Oh, and some white powder.
Well, how did it get there?
If I knew that, my love, I wouldn't be here today. Which in some ways would have been a great shame.
Well, you must have some idea how it got there.
Why? Why must I have some idea how it got there? The question itself is a trap. If I say a friend put it there, I'm a Judas, not very British. If I say I was framed, well, that's what they all say, isn't it? I have no idea.
You need a miracle worker, not a solicitor. Tell me about your friends.
Oh, so that you can try and pin it on one of them. Now, that's not very friendly.
Ah, you tell me that you're innocent of the charge, and I have to prepare a defense on that basis. But I have to have some facts.
I have smoked pot. That is a fact. I've smoked pot twice. The first time, I was 16. Curious. The second time was 2 years ago at a party, where it was the polite thing to do. I haven't done it since because I get a bigger kick out of ginger beer shandy.
Who was with you when your flat was searched?
At 1 o'clock in the morning? I'm faintly surprised at you.
Look, would you please...
No one.
Would you mind sitting down?
I was in my virgin bed.
Why should the police pick you?
Don't ask me, teacher, because I don't know. I don't like drugs. But I don't like the law on drugs. You'll plead me not guilty, because that's what I am. I didn't put it there, I didn't know it was there, so how can I be possessing it? Surely they can't do me if I don't know.
No, of course, there's always a Yorkshire jury.
Don't keep all the goodies to yourself, like hand them around.
Well, this sort of case is normally dealt with by the magistrates, but it could be tried by a judge and jury.
Sounds expensive. But I'm not paying the bill, so tell me.
Well, it's very difficult to persuade a bench of magistrates that police witnesses, whom they know well because they see them giving evidence all the time, can be lying. But a jury are 12 strangers, to you, to the police, and to the judge. The right sort of barrister could well make them see you as you really are.
Oh, does that last bit mean that I don't get you, darling? Because if it does, then forget it.
You get both of us. We've still got to have a defense there.
Ah, good of you to see me.
Well, they tell me that you've changed sides.
Do they?
My name's not Guthrie. I've never heard of the old Pals Act. Ex-coppers who go to work for defence solicitors must get used to being treated under the Geneva Convention. Get out, this is private.
My dear Inspector Grover.
Superintendent for this inquiry. And I aim to keep it that way, Bulmer.
Congratulations.
What's this, a bribe?
Ah, let's call it a Red Cross parcel. Now, that's the goods on 3 villains on a factory job in Bradford, neatly tied up, ready for delivery to the nearest jail.
What's the price?
Information. You picked up a man named Hopwood. Now, one of my bosses is defending him. What's the word?
The price is too high. Richards! Let it be known that Mr. Bulmer has helped the police with their inquiries. Take him to the canteen and give him a free cup of tea.
I haven't changed sides, Superintendent. I'm still working for the law.
Oh, thank you, Marion.
Donald Gordon Hopwood, since you're elected to be tried by a jury and not by this court, you are committed to stand your trial at the next court of quarter sessions for this city to take place in this courtroom. Your bail will be continued.
So that's the way he wants it played. I think we'll take Mr. Hopwood to stage 2, Collier. Organise it.
That concludes the list for this morning, Your Worships.
I think that prosecutor fancies you.
He's a professional.
It all happens in here, then?
Mm-hmm. The judge up there, the press, the public, and the jury. All very busy. Very impressive. You'll get the full treatment.
Ah.
The next court capable of hearing your case will be an assize, not quarter sessions. And you'll get a high court judge. Not a barrister doing it as a part-timer.
What happens?
Well, the prosecution outlines the facts and the law. Then the prosecution witnesses will give their evidence, and our counsel will cross-examine them to make sure that they're telling the truth. And then you'll go into that box and tell it as it really happened, as you know it.
Bit like today.
Not quite.
Oh, now you're holding out on me again, darling.
You surrender to your bail.
To what?
You report to the police that you're here. It's called surrendering to your bail.
Lovely, lovely words. And what do they do then? Lock me up?
Yes.
Well, you never said anything about this. Where do they put me?
Ooh. Down there.
Show me. Take me down there now.
And it's only used during assizes and quarter sessions. It's all locked up now.
How long?
Oh, until your case is called and during lunch.
And at night?
Oh, no. No, your own bed, usually. Until the jury decides. I'll arrange to have a special lunch sent in.
What?
It's the privilege of the prisoner on remand. You remember your innocence? Well, the law minimizes the inconveniences of making a man stand trial.
Can a fellow have a doll to lunch in his cell, like a legal dolly?
Must you always joke?
Huh. Such invitations are not issued lightly or often. And then there's a long word. Claustrophobia.
I'll arrange a conference with your solicitor.
Who are they? Who are the 12?
Anyone over 21 who has a house or a flat.
I want them all 21.
Oh, but you
I
can't.
do, lady. I need them all 21 years old. Come on. I want them all with open minds. Will you put my photo in the paper, miss?
You wouldn't want your case to be as important as that, now would you?
Oh, my dear, you have the tact of the wisest judge.
Oh, now stop that! Don't be smart!
You could have said your case is not important enough, and the prisoner would have been relieved. You could have humoured him with a yes, and frightened him half to death. Where does the clerk stand?
Here.
What's the maximum penalty?
A fine of £200. It depends. 6 months imprisonment. It could be more.
And what say you, Madam Clerk, should be the prisoner's punishment?
If in your heart, my lord, you find this prisoner guilty, perhaps a fine.
What do you know of this man? Who are his friends? Have you visited the scene of the crime? Why not?
I've had no opportunity, my lord.
I command you to attend upon the prisoner in the tower. No, at his lodging this coming Saturday evening when there will be a happening.
I'm dreadfully sorry. Oh, Look, I really must go.
May I call you Margaret?
We'll see, shall we? I shall need to know who they all are. You know, talk to them, take statements.
Maybe you don't even say it as a joke. I know 6 names here tonight, like the rest of joke.
But I need to know.
Oh, you think this was arranged specially for you? Formal invitations? It's not unusual for people to have parties they only find out about when they're over.
The door was open. The woman in the dark dress is Castleton. Take her first. Donald Gordon Hopwood.
Oh, God,
A
no.
warrant to search these premises. I've reason to believe that there are dangerous drugs.
There's no need for that, Superintendent. I've been here all the time. No one's taken drugs tonight.
I didn't know that you were an authority on the subject, Miss Castleton. Fortunately, I have experts with me. Go down and get the dogs.
Superintendent,
Would you like to see my warrant, miss?
try and stop me.
Policewoman Watson?
What do you think you're doing?
I have a search warrant. You're first.
You know... Take your hands off me. You know perfectly well who I am.
Yes, miss.
Well, then stop being so stupid. Now, let me go.
Do you refuse to be searched?
I'm a solicitor of the Supreme Court.
Would you prefer to be arrested?
Ah, don't threaten me, Superintendent. If you persist in this outrageous attitude, I'll have you suspended before daybreak.
You may be a lawyer, but you're not above the law.
What did you say?
I shall search everyone else here. Does your practicing certificate as a solicitor make you immune from search?
I'm defending Mr. Hopwood. I'm here tonight on legitimate pursuance of my investigations.
Then you will have no drugs in your possession and you won't mind being searched.
I mind very much indeed. It's a total and unnecessary abuse of your authority.
In that case, miss, I must ask you to accompany me to the station.
I most certainly
Margaret,
will...
baby, don't blow. That's what they want. That's what they need. And they wrote the only rules in town.
Do you wish me to strip in public?
Well, that will not be necessary. Just go with Policewoman Watson, please. And Miss Castleton, as a result of further inquiries, I'm now arresting Hopwood. And I'm taking him to the station, where he will be charged with additional and more serious offences. You may be present if you wish.
Your job's to prosecute, not persecute. Life's difficult enough without turning every pot-smoking case into a Marines assault court.
You think pot's harmless?
A lot of people say alcohol's more dangerous.
Example. In Persia, they used to have an outfit called the Hashashin. It was an organisation you could hire to commit murder for.
Your own private Armageddon.
The English translation is assassin, the hashish eater.
This is Yorkshire, not the Casbah.
The example, the United States Army in Vietnam says it's fighting two enemies, the Viet Cong and cannabis. Origin of quote, General Westmoreland.
You can't compare a few students smoking pot with the stretches in that kind of war.
You ever seen someone well turned on? A driver on marijuana beats any drunk in charge that you've called a murderer.
Responsible opinion in every Western country advocates...
Example, after the third shot of heroin, you are addicted. The results are simple, inevitable. Debts, starvation, crime. Everyone in the race gets a prize, a coffin. And you question my methods.
What has this to do with our client?
This town needs an example, Mr. Bulmer.
And you're going...
I don't take cases to court I can't prove. Defeats don't look good on the record.
I see.
I'm under orders to clear this town of drugs. I intend to do just that. Don't worry, Mr. Bulmer. You won't catch me breaking the rules.
Can't just waste time. No, and our client's matters. No, I really can't. Okay, well, why is it so important? No, I don't approve. All right. Donald.
Who was that?
Have you heard what happened on Saturday?
Who was that on the telephone?
Donald Hopwood. Superintendent Grover exceeded his authority in a gross and flagrant manner. I want you to do something about it.
Look, if Superintendent Grover was rude to you, you probably asked for it, and I'm on his side. Who's Donald Hopwood?
Oh, a client. Father, I was searched.
I think you better tell me about it. All of it.
Well, we're handling a legal aid matter, drugs. I visited the premises where the police say they found them.
And you allowed yourself to be put in a position where you could be suspected of being in possession of drugs?
No, of course I didn't.
Well, then why were you searched? When was this?
I told you Saturday.
But the office doesn't open on a Saturday. Why Saturday?
Well, I wanted to take statements from some of the witnesses.
You're not telling me the truth.
Every word is true.
I'm your father, remember, and I know you. Now tell me the truth.
I visited the flat on Saturday. Grover raided it, searched me.
This was some sort of party.
Well, I wanted to see my client in his own surroundings.
And the name of the client was Donald Hopwood.
Oh, what does it matter what his name was? Look, I want Grover disciplined for this. I want you to get on to the chief constable, and I want the chairman of the watch committee told what sort of a police...
What time did this raid take place?
Late. After midnight.
Are you in the habit of taking statements from witnesses in the small hours?
I didn't go to enjoy myself.
Of attending parties given by clients on criminal charges?
I went in the course of my duty to my clients.
What about your duty to yourself,
What
to
are you
me?
talking about?
Did it not occur to you that premises which have been once raided might well be raided again? That if the charges laid were being denied, they would seek fresh evidence? And that the most likely time for drugs to be there would be at a party, late at night, and probably on a Saturday.
Well, as it happens, it did not. But it wouldn't have affected my decision.
Your mind's not working properly. Your brain must be tired. You need a holiday.
Oh, I'm past the age when you can make me stand in the corner, Father. You'd better explain where you think I went wrong.
You could and should have attended those premises during the daytime. You could and should have taken statements from those witnesses one by one in the office, at their home, at their work. But why go to such a place and at such a time? Why?
Because
Look, Boone was up here. Why couldn't he go?
I am the expert in the law, and I was right.
So, why were you searched?
I'll quote you Grover's own words. These dogs will find the drugs. Doesn't matter where they're hidden. The laboratory will do the rest. So, goodbye, sunshine, for friend Hopwood.
What is wrong with that?
The dogs found nothing.
So what does it prove?
If there were any drugs, if they were going to be taken, it would be at a party, at night, probably on a Saturday, remember? Now, I may not be the best lawyer in Yorkshire, but let anyone try and shake me as a witness on the events of Saturday night.
Your reasoning's wrong, and your motives are bad. This is personal feud, and you're risking your client's freedom for the sake of your own vanity.
Oh, if only you knew how wrong you were. Oh, Father, this man is innocent. Justice Democracy, freedom, all the big words. That's what this case is about. And that's why I want Grover stopped. Publicly.
Right, if you insist on laying formal charges against Superintendent Grover, I'll get David up here.
But he's not involved in this.
My partner has a right to know if you're declaring war on City Hall.
I'm standing by my client, that's all.
And if you insist on going ahead with this, David will insist on your dismissal. And I will be forced to support him.
You'd better be very, very careful. A lot of people are fond of Margaret Castleton. I should consider it a personal affront if she got hurt.
Mr. Bulmer, I promise...
Save your promises for more personal occasions. I want facts. Where did you get it?
What more can I say? I didn't get it. I didn't know.
How did it get into your pocket, into your flat? And don't give me any of that old porridge about not wanting to squeal. If it belonged to somebody else, I want to know.
I honestly don't know.
What are your views on violence?
Violence?
Yes.
Well, in the final analysis, I think it's inevitable. Sort of phoenix from the fire. I deplore it. Peaceful means are better.
I meant as applied to you.
Well, who's likely to do that?
Well, let's take it for instance. I expect you've heard of the man who fell down the steps of the police station. A grossly exaggerated story. A very rare occurrence.
Oh, but you're on my side. What's all this about?
I work for a solicitor, an officer of the court. I'm what you might call impartial. Except where my friends are concerned. And this particular solicitor happens to be a friend.
I think it only fair to warn you that I'm frightened of physical violence. To the point that I feel sick. Use violence, and I can be made to say almost anything, true or false.
Understand me, then. I am an expert on liars. I spent 25 years learning every way to lie, to cheat, to defraud. I'm not a judge or jury, but as far as you're concerned, I'm infallible. And if I decide you're lying, God help you. Now then, let's try it again.
I won't apologize. I didn't make the rules that say barristers can't hold conferences in solicitors' offices.
I didn't know we briefed you today, Mr. Lingwood.
You didn't. I'm here for one of your competitors. I want to know why we are pleading not guilty in the Hopwood case.
Because he's innocent.
That's not a reply. It's an emotional irrelevance.
I would have thought your brief quite clear.
I'm talking about the law, the evidence.
No, I don't understand it.
Before the magistrate, a plea of guilty, followed by a tear-jerking appeal to the heartstrings, would lead to a fine and ample time in which to pay it. Why do you choose the highest and most rocky path, the longest fall?
This man has not broken any law. I can't advise my client to plead guilty to something he didn't do. I mean, I can't aid and abet the conviction of a man I know to be innocent.
You use the phrase, I know to be innocent, as though you were a layman, not a lawyer. Only the accused can possibly know if he has committed the act set out in the charge. Only the jury can say whether he be innocent or guilty of an offence against the law.
Yes, of course, technically you're quite right.
I usually am. I'm flattered by your opinion that I can achieve the impossible, but I am not deceived into believing it. Your man will be convicted.
I refuse to believe it. You can't defend this man if you think him guilty.
The law does not require me or you to believe the client's innocence. It is legally irrelevant.
That's why I want you to defend Donald Hopwood. It's the sort of case that requires your sort of a mind. A computer programmed to produce the truth. And justice.
I've always thought justice too big a word for lawyers to play about with. But who knows? You with the one view of this case, me with the other. Maybe between us we shall find the path where justice lies.
All stand.
I've done a very thorough rundown on Master Hopwood. Circumstances are against him. He's charged with an offence it's almost impossible to defend unless he said he was framed. And juries know just how hackneyed that is. But so does Master Hopwood. And Grover's a hard case. He could have framed him.
Why? Why in this case?
It's not unknown for a copper, even a good one, to make up his mind too soon and then try and make the facts fit his own conviction.
Is there any other explanation?
Malice? In the world of drugs, there can be a lot of ill feeling, but that presupposes that Hopwood's part of the drug scene, which he denies.
Oh, where does that leave us?
If this were Scotland, with a verdict of not proven, a convenient halfway house between guilt and innocence.
In an English court, you'd have to acquit if you were that unsure.
That's where I stand at the moment.
You're advising me to wait the jury's verdict, Mr. Bullman.
John Howard. That's no damn good as a statement, Howard. Hopwood's the pusher, all right. You junkies are too bloody scared to say so. I'll get him out of here.
If a superintendent of police wants to see me, he knows the address.
That's a personal reaction.
Tell me about Grover.
He's a practical man.
What do you mean by that?
He likes to see all his customers accommodated, in jail.
Define customer.
A man he knows to be guilty.
But that... Well, then why should I go and see him?
Because you're a professional and you won't allow personal feelings to interfere with your conduct of a client's case. And this is a chance to see behind the enemy's lines. It could help Hopwood.
I don't believe it. He's waiting to walk me home.
Oh, you I can cope with, but you're...
Don't worry about Father. I'll handle him.
Margaret.
Oh, that was a lovely steak, lovely wine, thank you. And I didn't mean to offend you when I suggested that at the moment, and temporarily only, of course, I was a little more affluent than you were.
A doll such as you are a doll. Dresden in Chippendale cabinet. Should not be thinking about vulgar things like rubles.
But you can be thinking about a drink. What would you like?
I would like you, neat, in quantity. But for purposes of lubrication, I think perhaps vodka. As it is, no ice. No, nothing. Tonight, I'm generating my own bubbles.
Yes. Well, I don't know who gave us this, but...
Oh, don't spoil the illusion, lovely. Just pour. You have my unbounded admiration.
You have an open, persuasive way with words.
Catch me if you can. Whoops.
Might I have another?
Oh, I should applaud. I think I will. And ask what's with you tonight. Open casements, a breeze stirring, the scent of roses. Here comes summer. Why?
You're a new specimen to me. I've never played this game before. I don't know the rules. I'll make them up as I go along. Correct me if you dare, but don't be clumsy. Clumsy. It's too soon.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that. A man's vanity.
Oh, at your party the other night, I heard you could have a devastating effect on a girl at 100 paces. So, devastate me. But don't touch.
What is this? An examination? What exactly is the name of your game?
Black Mark. Loses sense of humour under pressure. I'll tell you what the game is. Half the county of Yorkshire are saying that you're taking me for a lovely long ride. Another one, please. And at the end, there's a precipice to a deep pool called despair. Tonight I'm road testing the vehicle. And by the time it leaves here, I aim to know precisely what makes it move. Good mark. Male ego normal.
Drop it.
Why?
You don't know what you're playing with.
If what people are saying is true, you're using me, Mr. Hopwood. You're playing upon the emotions of a maiden lady for the purpose of obtaining the best and the most committed defense. And when you've got it, and are free, you'll walk away, leaving me then without a defense.
And you believe that? Of me?
Ooh. To quote you, darling, that question's a trap. Let's say that beyond this point, I'm not certain of my ability to control my emotions. Next question. If it should be that a state of love exists between us two, what are your intentions?
Respectable.
Black Mark again. Out of character. That word's not in your vocabulary.
Since when have you been my teacher?
Since term began. That first day in the court, when you cast legal lots for a lady.
And you think you're good enough to nail me to the wall?
You're a don on women. A professor who sets the practicals on love. I want to know if I'm the classroom joke.
Well, this is not the way to find out, baby.
I've a legally trained mind. I'm using it.
Then use this. Class dismissed. I don't like the course, the subject or the candidate. I'll see you in court.
Don't leave.
You're not the only one with feelings. To hell with my defense. I'll plead guilty to you, to Grover, to the judge, to everyone. Just tell me what you want.
It is considered necessary that I give you an explanation of my actions the other night.
An apology, Superintendent?
Insofar as I failed to carry out my duties with due propriety, yes.
Your apology is noted.
Furthermore, I'm instructed to show you the extent of the drug problem facing the authorities. Malcolm Goodwin, age 23. First took cannabis at the age of 16. He's got 7 convictions for possession of soft drugs, 8 for heroin. George Henry Chivers, age 40. Been a heroin addict since the age of 28 when he was earning $10,000 a year. He's got a wife and 3 children he hasn't seen for 4 years. Now on national assistance. June Bennett, age 23. Unmarried, 2 children with foster parents. She's been a heroin addict since the age of 18. 5 years ago, she won 3 beauty contests in a row. Just look at her now. Michael George Thompson.
I think you've made your point, Superintendent.
There are 7 others in this pile, including one John Howard, at present in custody awaiting trial on a charge of possessing heroin.
A macabre demonstration. I fail to see its significance to me.
They all have one thing in common. They're all friends of Donald Hopwood.
I presume you can prove that, Superintendent?
I don't need to have proof to know. And don't preach to me about rules of evidence. They weren't framed for situations like this.
No. They were made to protect the innocent from the guilty, from persecution. They were made to ensure a fair trial.
What about the lives your client is responsible for wrecking? Murder by installments.
Prove it. Then I'll believe it. You want to make the rules up as you go along. Well, you can't. My client's protected by the presumption of his innocence.
I'm talking about facts. We raided that party you were at on a tip. The tip was planted. The show was rigged so that you'd have a front seat.
Why? What possible motive?
We were supposed to find it clean. We were meant to find you there.
And it worked?
Yes, it worked.
Another reason for your eagerness to get Hopwood. Running rings round an active superintendent.
It needn't have been Hopwood that planned it. Do you know how much money there is, even in pot?
My client's on legal aid.
If he paid for his own defense, how would he explain where he got the money?
You think he'd risk his chances of getting off just to throw a blind at, well, at who? I mean, who's to know whether he's on legal aid or not? The jury's not told.
The police know.
Oh, you're not suggesting you'd have tried harder to get him convicted. Oh, let's get to the point, shall we? If there is one.
Not anymore. I was ordered to ask your cooperation. We need to know his source of supply to help us stamp it out.
Do you expect me to comment on that? If I needed any further convincing of his innocence, which I don't.
Margaret, he's being very frank, listen to him.
Orders. He's acting on orders.
All the same.
No. Didn't work, Superintendent. You've got no case against Donald Hopwood, and you know it. You thought you would play on the fact that I was a woman. Sure enough, misery and horror, and she'll keel over with sympathy and prejudice. Well, I do have sympathy for those people. And for every victim. And I'm very prejudiced against those who break the rules. It's time I left. Case begins in half an hour.
You haven't really taken me into your confidence. I presume there's a good reason.
I think so.
Is it in order to wish you good luck?
You questioned my judgment the other day and avoided the issue of partnership. When I first took this case, it was just another client, a different sort of experience, but it soon became something more. Not a cause, but a test. How good can I be when all the world says I'm wrong? I've used every ounce of brain, every piece of knowledge in preparing the defense of Donald Hopwood. And I'm going to win. Today's trial is just a formality. And when it's over, Father, you and I'll need to talk about a lot of things.
We're on a loser here. There's one last chance. If I can just throw him off balance. It's risky, but worth it. It's hard standing by. When I give you the word, bring him into court.
You may continue, Mr. Harris.
Thank you, my lord. Mr. Hopwood, are you suggesting the police framed you?
How can I say? How do I know? I'm not guilty, that's all.
What about your friends?
By definition, I should have thought that impossible.
Enemies, then?
Well, I suppose we all have them. How do we know who they are? Yes, perhaps an enemy did it.
Yes, a nice, safe answer, isn't it?
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, come off it, Hopwood. You seriously expect the jury to believe you had heroin in your coat pocket, cannabis in 2 ashtrays, and in the carpet in 3 different places, and you knew nothing whatever about it?
I told you.
A carefully contrived story designed to be swallowed for its very naivety, its candor.
No.
Brilliant performance. Let's hope you can keep it up.
Not brilliant, just innocent.
What is your attitude towards the police over this affair?
I've told you. They're mistaken.
Oh, a Christian attitude. Come now. A friend didn't do it. If you have any enemies, you don't know who they are. Who's left?
Yes, of course the police framed me. How else could it have happened?
I assume, my lord, that my learned friend will now attempt to demolish the admission. He will pretend he has not been trying to get out of Mr. Hopwood for the last hour and a half. I really must object, my lord. This is pure speculation.
I'm not with you, Mr. Lingwood. I think the jury is entitled to hear Mr. Hopwood's explanation. however reluctant he might have been to give it up till now.
Go on then. How was it done? Well, it was planted, obviously. They brought it with them and just dropped it. And that is the only explanation you can give? I didn't want to give it.
Yes, I think you've made that point. Well, now, let's examine what it is you now say, shall we? Do you know a man named John Howard?
No, I don't think so.
Perhaps a few details may help refresh your memory. Do you know a man in very poor health, medium height, weighs 7 stone, been a heroin addict for 5 years?
I don't think so.
Surely there can't be too many people amongst your acquaintance who fit that description, or perhaps there are.
Of course not. I have never met such a man. I definitely don't know him.
The man I'm talking about is standing at the back of the court now. He's 25 years old. Do you know him?
No.
Let him stand forward so the witness can see him. Can you see more plainly now?
See quite well before.
Really, my lord, I don't see where this is getting us. My friend has yet another denial in unequivocal terms to add to his already substantial list.
I shall not pursue the matter, my lord. Mr. Howard may leave the court.
It's all right, Don. I didn't get anything out of me.
Shut up, you stupid bastard!
My lord, object is too mild a word. I am ashamed to share a profession with counsel who would so deny his calling as to stoop to such a trick.
Lord, I would put it on record.
Look upon the prisoner, Mr. Lingwood. And I was watching Mr. Harris at the moment that person spoke. He seemed as surprised as you. I shall, of course, direct the jury to ignore the outburst.
This, you and your bloody
I
justice!
suggest for your own good that you stop talking until someone asks you another question. I have none. The court is adjourned for 15 minutes.
I'll see him in the cells. I'll take his instructions.
Choice, then? A plea of guilty, followed by a tear-jerking appeal to the heartstrings, would lead to a fine and ample time in which to pay it.
Do you want me to lie? I don't tell lies. There are better things to do. Lies make misery.
Why do you choose the highest and most rocky path, the longest fall?
Catch me if you can. And what say you, Madam Clerk, should be the prisoner's punishment?
Miss Castleton. Miss Castleton. He's changed his plea. He's pleading guilty.
All that.
Miss Castleton. My lord, I have fresh instructions. May the charges be put to my client again?
Yes, Mr. Lingwood. Put the indictment to the prisoner.
Congratulations. Now you can really twist the knife.
I'm not interested. I shall give my evidence as to his character and antecedents straight as a needle. Sentencing him, that's his job.
Donald Gordon Hopwood. On the first count in the indictment, you are charged
Finally, in passing sentence, I'm taking into account your previous good character and the matters put forward by your very able counsel. But I cannot ignore your behavior in the witness box, the enormity and quantity of the lies you told on oath. On the first count in the indictment, you will go to prison for 6 months. On the second and third counts, you will go to prison for 2 years. The sentences to be concurrent.
Help me, Mom! Help me!
Stupid woman. In the magistrate's court, he'd been fined a tenner. But she had to get involved, start a crusade.
She'll pay for her mistake.
And so will he. He's an advanced case of claustrophobia.
That's life. Thanks. You catching the 5 o'clock?
No, got a murder at Nottingham.